Hello students, this is Mr. Alba. As you see, my name is up here, and today I'm a student. We've been getting a lot of questions asking exactly how to do certain bits of work. I've asked Miss Berry if I could use her class as a sample so that I can show the basic workings of how to get work, to do the work, and to upload it. We're going to start with the classroom and assessments for the current week of 8/24 to 8/28. Now, this is must complete. Monday, this was synchronous, and the first thing was to view the race PowerPoint. You click it, I'm making my screen smaller so we can see the whole thing. Alright, here is the PowerPoint. For Miss Berry. 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages. I'm not going to go through every little bit, but if you note, you can activate with a song. Writing your response, answering the question, using the C, citing evidence, explain the answer. And it says, now you try it. So now, this is the race outline. I'm going to the next item. The next item says an Excel file. Alright, now I'm going to go back so you can see what I did. I was here in the race, and the next item on the list to do was learning styles. But because I was in the race, I could just hit next, and it took me to that. But if you weren't finished with it, you could just go and finish it here, and then come back to this main menu and go to the learning styles. Now let's read the instructions. Follow instructions carefully. Open the file as an Excel spreadsheet, and then she says open the file and then download it to your laptop. Follow the instructions in the file and then save the file. It says here you must make a submission. So now let's look at the learning styles inventory. I clicked on the learning styles inventory. It says open the spreadsheet, follow the instructions in the file, save the file. Some of you don't know what Excel is. It's called a spreadsheet program. Now let's look at it. It says here down below, this is the file. Notice what it looks like. I'm going to click it, and when you click it, it says to download. Typically, your computer will download to, you have a desktop, downloads, documents, etc. It'll typically download to downloads. So that's what I'm going to do. It's downloading. Says save the file, and now we have to open it. Now it is in the downloads directory right there. So you can double click here and it'll open up, and notice it has an X in a box next to a piece of paper. However, you can also open it if you just downloaded it. It's right, you can download it right there once it's in. I'm going to do it from the directory, but I'm just stating you can do it from here. Double clicking. This opens up Excel. If you have a school computer, then you have Excel. If you don't have a school computer and you don't have a working Microsoft Office, then you need to get one. Alright, so now you are in the Excel file. It says Learning Styles and it says Rate Yourself, highest to lowest. Alright, this says highest to lowest. So you click in the cell, and I am just going to put in 1 for everything because I just want to show you we can do it. Once you put the number in, it changes the color. All right, see your totals. And it goes through your learning styles. So now I'm going to File, Save As, Learning Style Worksheet, Alba, and I'm going to save. Okay? Now, in the window below, you will see that the Schoology is still loaded. And it says to submit assignment here. Now, I said save. So when I hit save, it should have saved exactly where, and here it is. It should have saved in the same space that the first one saved, and I didn't overwrite it. I changed the name. So the original file is here, and because I put a name after this name, it saved it as a different file. And she says submit. To submit it, you hit submit, and if it works properly, it should give me a directory to find my file. There, finally, this screen finally loaded. So I'm going over here to the left side, upload a file. I clicked on the file. Once I clicked on the file, it should give me a menu. There it is. Downloads. This is the last place I looked, and notice it has the first one and the one that I did. There's Alba. And it's up. So now it's there. It probably has to actually physically upload, but now I'm going to hit, and now I hit submit. You notice it shows up here. It says assignment submitted. So after I have said submit, it has the assignment submitted at this time, and it says I can resubmit it or I can add it to my portfolio. I don't know what she wants you to do, but now I can go back to that classwork folder, or I can just say next, because I've done this part. I'm just going to say next. and it goes to a document. DOCX is a document, and it says the 7 learning styles. And notice it's loading in the window. And if my voice is a little boring, I'm sorry, but that's just kind of how it is when you're trying to teach from a video. So here's the 7 learning styles, and it says, how do you learn? And you can download that. It didn't say in the directions, so let me go back to see if it actually does say in the directions what she wants you to do with that. It says view the item. The item has been viewed. Notice I only did a little bit of it. Now, the race format. Remember, this was presented up here. But this is a PDF, which means it's a document in a PDF form, an Acrobat form, for you to look at. I'm going to click it. It's loading. And now, by the way, when you see this window, sometimes the windows don't always load properly, so you need to reload it. But this one, this is the race PDF. This is a good article to download and keep for your records. And this is only 2 pages long. You can use the pan, or you can use the mouse to move it. And see, it's here, ready for you to view or download. I'll go to page 2. We didn't do page 2 of the last one. And it looks like page 2 is blank, but that's all right. So now I'm going to go back to the assignments. Again, I could hit next, but just to show you piece by piece, I'm going back to the assignments. And then notice the instructions. Learning styles constructed response. Go back to your learning styles inventory, the one you've saved now. This is the one that you have in your directory. Learning styles inventory is here. I named mine Alba. And determine your 2 main styles. Write a constructed response using the race writing strategy to the following prompt. People, okay, now it's gray here. Maybe I didn't mention that before. It's gray, which means that it has not been looked at or done. Notice the ones above it, they were gray. This was gray, and then we saw it, and it made a check mark green. This was gray. We submitted it. It would have stayed gray unless we had not submitted it, if we had not submitted it. Okay, we're going to look at the next section. So, learning styles, constructed response. All right, so now, go back to the learning styles that you had to determine your what your main 2 learning styles are. Go back to your learning styles and write a constructed response using the race writing strategy to the following prompt. It says, people possess multiple learning styles. However, most lean toward one major learning style. In a race-constructed response, explain what your major learning style is based on the inventory you took. Also explain whether you agree or disagree with the outcome of your assessment. Make sure that you cite the text properly and use at least 3 pieces of evidence. Keep in mind spelling, punctuation, capitalization, and grammar. All these count. Use formal language. That means you don't use any contractions. I didn't think. You would say I did not think. Refer to the race PowerPoint often while writing, and then answer all parts in your response. Now, here's the question. How do I send this? Well, you have to make a Word document. Now, if you don't know what a Word document is, go to the far bottom left, and you'll see this window. I'm going to click the window. And it gives me all my programs. And when I highlight the menu here, most of you know how to get to this easier than this. This is just if you don't know. Highlight and you go down to, even though it's Word, it's called Microsoft Word, and so more than likely it'll be under M's. Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Store, Microsoft Office Tools. Microsoft 2016 Office Tools. So I don't know which one you have, but let's see. Well, maybe it's all the way to the bottom. Hold on. It is. On my computer, it's just plain Word. And you click Word. The reason I went through all that is because some of you don't have that. Some of you have Microsoft Word. These are all different documents that I have. Now here is where you're going to start writing your essay using the RACE strategy. What was the purpose? The purpose was learning styles. So you would write learning styles. And then you would write your essay. Blah, blah, blah. I'm writing blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to say File and Save. I'm going to put it in my downloads, because everything else, I want to protect your privacy. Downloads, and I'm going to say Alba Learning Styles. Remember, my purpose in this is only to give you how to do this all. Now notice I put learning styles, and I'll even write in here, hello Ms. Berry, thank you for allowing me to do this video. Of course, you are going to write an essay. Now I'm going to hit save. I can say File Save, or I can hit the Control S, which is what I'm going to do. Control S. The bottom key, Control, bottom left key, Control, and S. That's a quick save. But let me show you. Save. All right. And now I'm going to go back to the learning styles. I've done it all. And she says you need to submit the assignment. So I'm going to go back to Submit Assignment. Now it took no time to load. I'm going to upload a file. It says Alba Learning Styles. I click that, I open, and I submit. Now I'm going to go back. I'm not going to hit next. I know whatever's next will be there, but I'm going to just go back to the main page. And as far as I can tell, I've done everything that she asked us to do in synchronous time. And now asynchronous, I'm not going to go into it, but now you should have the tools to know how to do all of the other work. If you don't have those tools or you don't know what to do, please feel free to email me. It is jose.alba@mnps.org. All right? Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you. All right. Bye-bye.